Hello, my fellow nerds. Guess what? Today is Star Wars Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk to you about Season 2 of Mandalorian. But before I get to that, I don't have an intro, so I am just going to give it to you. This is the Nerd in Texas podcast, and I am your host, Chanel. If you're listening to me on, or whatever platform you're listening to me on, please like and subscribe and follow. If you're catching me on my YouTube video, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. You can catch me on all the social medias, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're all Nerd in Texas, but in Instagram it's Nerd in Texas Podcast. So follow me, please. I also have a Ko-fi page where you can give me a tip in my virtual tip jar. Or buy me a cup of coffee is what they call it. And I have things like $1. You can ask me any question. Any question you want. I dare you to do that. I double dog dare you to pay $1 and ask me a question. Because I will answer it. I will. For $3, you can do a shout out. And for $10, you get to choose what I talk about on my podcast. If you're catching me on YouTube, I am not a YouTuber. I suck at this. I don't make videos. That's why I like podcasts, because I just talk and you listen to me. But I'm trying really hard to do this YouTube thing. Something kind of happened to me over the weekend, and at first I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want this kind of vibe on my stuff. But from what research I've told and from what podcasters I've talked to, they said to talk about it because that's how your listeners get to know you. That's how they relate to you. That's, that's how they love you. That's how they want to give you a hug. But I had someone say something about my weight, and it kind of bothered me for about a day. And then I just got back to the, so what, just do it attitude. So here I am, doing the podcast, trying the YouTube video, even though I suck at it, even though there's a huge glare in my glasses, and you can't really see my eyes, but whatever. But I got my... Hold on, wait. I got my Baby Yoda in the background, just chilling, because I'm going to have my Baby Yoda, everywhere with me. I've got my lightsaber for Star Wars episode, and let's get this ball rolling. Let's get it going. Get it going. That's totally a cheer that my daughter's softball team does, and I get it stuck in my head, every time. But anyways, here we go with Mandalorian Season 2. The second season, honestly, is good. The first season is, really good. And then the second season is, so good. It's, so far, it's, my favorite season. But there's only 2 seasons, so you can't really base it off of that. But, I don't know. It's really good. So, the second season stars Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. He's a bounty hunter trying to return the child to the Jedi. Either to a Jedi or to the Jedi Temple. The armorist who built his armor, she kind of told him, if you want to be one with the Mandalorians, you got to do this quest. You got to fulfill this journey. And you got to get him back to his people. And that's what Season 2 is about. I had a huge, a breakdown of every episode, but I had nothing but problems today, okay? First, I had a math exam, and here's an example of a math question on a college math exam. Are you ready? I want you to comment your answers. If you want to answer me, please do. I want to know what you think the answer is to this college math question. Are you ready? If birds are animals, then tigers are birds. What? Yeah, so a little college math for you and that little tidbit. So I had to do this whole browser where you can't cheat and you can't do all that fun stuff. And so when I went to go do my podcast and when I went to go do this video, my breakdown of all the episodes of Season 2 were gone. But I have All of my little, like, notes about people who guest star on season 2, and it's pretty much the same thing, because every episode, we have, like, a new guest star and a new quest and a new journey, and so that's how I'm going to break down this episode as people who guest star. So, in season 1, you have a whole bunch of Easter eggs and a whole bunch of people who are cameos, but you can't really tell who they are. They're all in costume. They're all in, their face masks and all that stuff. So, one of the persons, like, for example, is Jason Sudeikis. Sudeikis? Can I ever say that? And he's a bike scout trooper. So, he's in, like, a whole trooper outfit. He's got the helmet on, he's got the armor on, and you can't really tell it's him except for his voice. We had Bill Burr in this first season, but in the second season, he has a more important role. He's kind of really in this season now. So, let's start off with Timothy Oliphant. I jack up that name, like, really bad. As Cobb Vanth. So we see him in the very first episode where he is kind of like the sheriff of this little tiny town in the desert, and Mando, finally I found another Mandalorian. Like, I finally got another dude to talk to about Mandalorian stuff. Like, Mandalorian bro stuff, But then we end up finding out because right away he, like, takes off his helmet and you're like, he's not a Mandalorian. How dare you? And then we end up finding out that he has Boba Fett's armor. Rude. And so it's actually armor that he, like, bought off of someone or stole off of someone. I forgot. I hadn't watched it in a while. And so in that episode, they end up trying to save a town from a dragon. I can't ever pronounce any of this stuff. I am so sorry. Then we have Tamora Morrison. See, Anyways, I'm sorry I just made that noise in your ear. I really apologize. This has been a rough day. Anyways, so he is Boba Fett. Like, he played Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones. Okay? They wanted to, like, replace the original actor as Boba Fett for the 2004 DVD re-releases, because if you got the 2004 re-releases, they totally changed a lot of things in Star Wars, which is, like, and some of the things it's so ridiculous. Like, there's a scene where it's, like, never even happened in the original Star Wars, and Boba Fett is standing there, and, like, no, that's not Boba Fett. Jabba the Hutt. It's Jabba the Hutt. He's standing there, and it makes it look like Han Solo walks around him or whatever, and the scene was never there. And then it's like they literally just pick up Han Solo and, like, move him up and, like, it's just so weird. It's just, I don't know why they did that. It's kind of stupid, but, so he is, like, in season 2, and he's on the hunt for his armor, along with Fennec. Fennec, who becomes a bounty hunter with Boba Fett after he saved her life. She's kind of like, you saved my life, I owe you, I'm doing whatever you want me to do. And so she's kind of becomes his hand, If you watch Game of the Thrones, you know what that means. But she kind of becomes his, like, assassin, his, like, right-hand woman, But she's totally awesome. Like, I love her. So, we have Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan. She also is the voice of a Mandalorian warrior on Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, like the animated series. But she's playing her, like, the live-action version of her character, which I think that is so cool for Jon Favreau to do, who is the creator of Mandalorian. Like, a lot of the characters that are in season 2 are voices of characters in either, like, voices of when they are aliens or something like that in other episodes, or the movies, or in video games or Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, which, I don't know, like I said, it's pretty cool. She plays along with Koska and Axe as they save Mando, and they save Baby Yoda from a monster thing that's in the ocean, that's in the boat, that, like, was gonna eat Baby Yoda, but Baby Yoda has this cool little metal crib, and he's like, and so then they end up saving him. But in Season 2, Mando becomes in possession of the Darksaber. We don't know what kind of a relationship they're going to have now, because that's what she wanted, was the Darksaber, because if you have the Darksaber, you are the leader of the Mandalorians. And in order to do that, you have to win a battle, or you have to fight off whoever to get it, to earn it. And you have to, like, fight to the death, almost. And so now, in order for her to get it from Mando, she has to fight him. And he is trying to be like, here, I don't want it, take it. And she's like, sorry, but that's not how this works. I have to fight you for it. That's not how she said it, but that's how I felt like saying it. So, another person that's in this season that I'm absolutely, like, in love with, she is, not in love with, but she's amazing, okay, is Mercedes Renando, who is also, she plays Koska Reeves. She is Sasha Banks. If you don't know who Sasha Banks is, she's a WWE women's champ. Like in a, like John Cena, like, do, but she's the women's champ. And I love WWE. I, like, watched it for such a long time. And then I started watching it with the girls, and then, I don't know, for some reason we just stopped watching it for a little while. And she's a member of the Night Owls, an elite Mandalorian that is led by Bo-Katan. We also have Simon, I can't say the last name, Simon Cassianides. I hope they really don't actually listen to this podcast, because they're going to be like, dang, she really butchered that. Like, how dare she? Like, I know how it is when people mess up my name. Actually, my name gets messed up so bad that, like, and so often, that if you do mess it up, I don't correct you. Just because, I don't know, I feel like it's so weird. But anyways, he is Axe. He's one of the other people that follow Bo-Katan. There's 3 of them. So there's Axe, there's Koska, and then there's Bo-Katan. And they're kind of like a little 3 Musketeers version of Mandalorians, and they go and help Mando, and also on trying to find the Darksaber for Bo-Katan. He is actually an agent of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, the actor, not the, yeah. He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he doesn't really talk. Like, Sasha Banks and the person who plays Bo-Katan, they have, like, talking parts. This dude doesn't really talk that much. It's kind of weird. But, alright. Whatever, man. What else? I'm sorry. I'm having to, like I told you, my computer's all messed up, and I normally have this better situated, but it's all messed up. And, as you can tell, my nose is, like, all gross because it's Texas, and it's about to freeze, and today I had to go and wrap all my pipes, because you don't want your pipes to burst, all that fun stuff. I got insulation all over my chest, and it was itchy and gross, and so I'm just kind of like, like, oh, God. So, I'm going to try and chill. I'm sorry. I don't want to make those nasty noises in your ear if you're listening to this, like, in headphones or whatever. But, okay, the Cool Whip, the whipped cream of this amazing Mandalorian Sunday where all these actors and characters have come together, we finally get the Cool Whip on top. And her name is Rose Rosario Dawson, okay? She is Ahsoka Tano, like like I said, like the whipped cream of this episode. Like, I watched that episode of just, like, with her in it, like, 5 times, because it's, like, my favorite episode. I love seeing women who kick ass, basically. Sorry for my language. But I just love those kind of episodes. I love those kind of movies. And I just loved seeing her and just doing all of her Jedi things, and it was just so awesome. And so Ahsoka Tano is Anakin Skywalker's apprentice in the Clone Wars, okay? She made her debut in episode 5 of season 2, titled The Jedi, because that's when Mandalorian finally finds a Jedi to help him with Baby Yoda. So they find her, and she can, like, telepathically talk to Baby Yoda. I'm getting to that. She can telepathically talk to Baby Yoda using the Force, and that's when we find out that Baby Yoda's name is Grogu. So Mandalorian's like, alright, so you're going to take him, right? You're going to take him? You're going to train him? You're going to potty train this kid? Because he's doing his business all over my ship and all over the Crescent, and I can't have that. But what she says is like, hey, I worked with a dude like him during the Clone Wars, and he was, like, much older and more experienced, but he started younger than Grogu, and I can't train him. And Mandalorian's like, what do you mean you can't train him? Like, you're the only one who can talk to him, you know? And so she lets him know, like, it's too late to train little Grogu and start his training. And another thing that she's worried about is Grogu's attachment to Mando. She states that it's a dangerous thing. Now, for the cherry on top of this beautiful Star Wars Mandalorian sundae, okay, or banana split, whatever the case may be, is at the end, Mark Hamill shows up as young Luke Skywalker. Like, even more of a brain, like, that was the cherry. That was the cherry, okay? They do that whole CGI face thing, you know, the actor who plays him that kind of, like, plays his body is actually his son, I believe, son or grandson. Crap, I should have looked that up. I'm sorry. But, he shows up after this huge battle for Baby Yoda, and is like, yo, I'm here to take you. I'm here to train you. Let's go do this. I'm on a mission to find other people who are with the Force, and I felt your signal. I felt your beacon. Well, actually, he doesn't say that. You just kind of assume it. And so he also saves Mando's team from these, like, super stormtroopers, like super troopers, who, like, have crazy armor that, like, nothing can pierce it kind of thing. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. So he shows up, and there's this huge scene about him taking baby Grogu, and Mandalorian not sure know what to do, like, dude, I ain't met you before. You ain't taking my baby. That kind of thing. But, never mind, I did have it. See, all my notes are messed up. So, Mark Hamill's younger body double was played by Max Lloyd Jones. I'm not sure if he's actually related to Mark Hamill or not. I'm going to Google it while we're still doing this. So if you hear me typing, I apologize. But we also have R2-D2 show up as himself. Hey, I actually read a thing about R2-D2 the other day that kind of, like, made me like, aw, how cute. Like, R2-D2 is the ultimate ride or die homeboy. Like, I forgot what all the things were that he pieced together that, like, he actually does for Luke Skywalker, and it's a lot of things. But then it says how Luke Skywalker didn't want to be found, right? So R2-D2 shut himself down, so nobody could find his location. Like, what? Like, what? And then he doesn't even turn back on until... actually, I haven't watched that in a while, but he doesn't get turned back on until, like, they need to find him, I think. I gotta watch that episode again. I've actually watched it, like, a whole bunch of times, but it's just the minor things that I always kind of forget. And the reason why I've watched it so many times is I know everyone hates on the Rey and Kylo Ren ship, the love scene and the chemistry and the connection, but I love it. Like, I ship Kylo Ren and Rey so hard that I have this, like, awesome wallpaper on my phone. Yeah, I'm that nerd. I'm that weirdo. But, who are you to judge? Actually, you're not the one judging. It's the other people who are judging. Those of you who are not judging, I love you. I really do. So, another thing that happens that is kind of like the whole thing put together is that there are, like, an end of the credit scene or a mid-credit scene, I forget, where you see Matthew Wood as Bib Fortuna. I don't know if you remember him or not, but he was kind of Jabba the Hutt's right-hand man. Get what I'm saying at here? Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt's. Yeah. So this is how we know it's after Return. It's like after Return of the Jedi, is because Boba Fett shows up and is like, "Remember when you did that to me?" Yeah. So Boba Fett and Fennec came to kill him. But the thing is, that's the original dude, the original Bib Fortuna guy. That's the original him. He took over no. Never mind. I don't know. I'm all messed up. And I can't take this back. It's not the original one. I'm sorry. I'm totally messed up. So it was Matthew Wood who took over the role as Bib Fortuna. See, my notes are all messed up. Because I had it where it was, like, broken down. But, whatever. But he even has, like, where he thinks he's cool, like Jabba the Hutt, and has someone, like a girl in the whole slave thing, and the slave... Yeah, the whole slave thing. And Fennec releases her. Fennec is like, "Yo. Get. And so the girl leaves and takes off. But that whole thing, that whole little, them coming to kill whoever took over for Jabba, was a, like, little clip, like a little teaser, like a little taste, like a little slice, because they are going to be releasing the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to be a spin-off of Mandalorian, where it's going to be about Boba Fett, and I am so excited. Like, I'll name you, like, my favorite bad guys, which is Boba Fett, and, holy crap, why do I forget his name? Darth Maul. Those were my favorite bad guys. Darth Maul should have been in way more than he was. Like, you see his fighting style, you see how badass he is. Sorry for the language. And he's just amazing. Like, why did they have to do him like that? So that is this episode. Sorry, my kid is coming in as I'm finishing this up, as I'm wrapping it up. And I am not stopping this because you have no idea how many times I've had to stop doing this over and over again. And I just realized I'm streaming on Twitch and not recording it, so I look like a huge idiot. I was streaming that whole time!
I was going to tell you that.
How did you know?
It says it on your computer.
No!
It's streaming on blah, 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 on YouTube. What?
I am so embarrassed. Oh my gosh. And I'm still, like, recording on my podcast. So, if you didn't just catch that, I didn't push record. I thought I was recording this as like a YouTube video, but I was streaming that live the whole time. I'm not sure if I was on Facebook or not. I'm not sure if I was on YouTube and Twitch or whatever just happened. I have no idea because I didn't have my chat open. I have no idea if people were talking to me or not. I'm going to have to get on there and find out because I am a total idiot and I am so I am going to stop this now. You'll have a great day.